to talk about Databricks, how to optimize Spark jobs and Delta Lakes. And this is very important as a data engineers. This is we really require this one. So let's talk about this one. So Databricks and Apache. If you can also see my previous lecture about Databricks and Apache Sparks. It's a powerful, some of the biggest data platform in the world. As you know, the Databricks, they are very fast, scalable, and flexible, but only when you tune and correctly tune the jobs, right? If you have ever run the Spark jobs and it took 4 hours, spill the disk and explode the sample size, we know how costly and frustrating poor optimization can be, right? So good news is that by the right practice and right method, we can cut the cost, speed up the jobs, and improve the reliability without rewriting everything, right? So in this article we are going to talk about the best practices for the Spark and Delta. And also guys, like, this is very very important. So some of the interview questions they will ask, so I have given the collabs and there will be links, right? So the first of things why it's important, there is 3 things why this is important. The cost control, right? The poor tune jobs, waste of cluster DBU. So Databricks charge based on DBU and cluster computes. The performance skewed data, so many tiny files means very small file, and bad joins slow down the process, right? And this is how, like, this is what. And then the reliability, spilling, suppling, and explosion often cause the jobs fail. So let's start it. This is photo when last week I visited Chiang Mai. So let's talk about collabs. So you guys can use my collabs, right? So one moment. So I don't want to use another window. I want to use another window to show you how it works. Collabs. So opening new tabs. I'm opening in new tabs. Collabs, right? So as you know that what is the Delta Lakes, if you don't know, so you can go in my previous Databricks notebooks, and it's so basically Delta Lakes, it's on top of the Parquet file adding SCID. So if you know, as a data engineer or a data warehouse engineer, you should know about SCID means transactional, I mean it's updates and atomicity, consistency, integrity, and so on, right? You can walk, you can previously my Medium channels, or you can see online what is ACID, but I'm not going to tell about this one. But transaction schema enforcement, time travel, and performance optimization. So no more broken pipeline on the schema drift, right? Schema change. Support both batch and streaming. Easy optimization like file optimize, compactness, and so on, right? G order. So this is my code, right? You can also run from here. So I installed this library, and by Spark session, I started a Spark session here. You can see here, right? It can run here. You can also run, it's publicly available. I have shared the links in my chats. So it's installing and so on, right? So what we are using here, the good part is Delta. So Delta is another Python package we support assets. So we need to give here Delta we have given driver memory 2 GB and shuffle is 4, and this one we need to give like Delta catalog, and also you need to give the Delta SQL data Spark session extension Spark. There are like this 2 is compulsory, the rest 2 is optional for the local development. Shuffle partition 4, increase memory for the better performance. So what we did, we created a Spark session, and then we created data frames, and then we created tables called Delta, and then we overrides, and successfully then we created on the table on top of that, and then we are reading. So basically, so this is how Delta created. Now, so what problem we solving? Delta Lake default storage formats is the format. The second thing is we are talking about, so basically it's do ACID transactions are small file. So when you have a Spark, you have a lot of small file, right? That create a lot of issue because it need to read a small file. But the default size of reading maybe 125 MB or 256, and Spark often writes so many files, hurting query performance. So solution, compact file using optimize command. So this is the command which compact the large file to a small file, optimize and table name. Okay, so this is the first perform small file problem you solve. And now the Z order column is high coordinated columns, often used for the high coordinated column, which you can also use to Z orders, like which is. Now the third one is we are talking about data shuffling is the silent job keeper, right? So some data go here, some data go here. Its shuffling is a lot of problems. So if you have a small table, if you have big table, so you can the small table you can use broadcast join, and you don't need to shuffle it, copy for all the nodes, right? Shuffle happen when the join aggregation window, right? So this is how example I said shuffling. So Spark session read data from this format, big join. So I have broadcast variable, so broadcast join, we need to give hint. So this is the big table, this is the small table. So big table join with the small table, hint we give Spark. Now in the latest Spark session, if you don't give hint, they can also you can do adaptive enable true, adaptive auto broadcast join thread equal to 5 size. So this can take automatically, right? Broadcast avoid shuffling by copying a small table every executor, and fix adaptive the configuration. You can pass this parameter. So adaptive query execution dynamically decide join strategy at runtime. Now the fourth point is data skew and tasks hang forever, right? So to solve this problem, let's walk through this one. When your partition has more data than others, you can get the skew, right? So one partition has a Spark if 9. So in that case, we can use sorting techniques. So sorting is just nothing like creating one new column and assigning like unique numbers. So here is big is the data frame, and we are creating sort new columns and monolithically increase number, or you can also use like primary key and something. So there is a monolithically increase ID. So this can increase ID, and so you can see, right, like my code might be here. Let me run. So you can see also, let us run. It was there before. Let me see. Oh, some problem happened, but you guys can rerun what it's saying. Already assigned temp cluster target ID, write to delta file, already configure data frame successfully. I need to walk through because first step failed. This here also got fail. So we need to check why it is fail. Calling so string Spark catalog data frame Spark. It was running before. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. So I think some problem happened here. Latest version, because I installed in some of my. So pip 3.5. This is okay. And let's see. Otherwise I need to fix later. And here is immutable list. Target format writing. So Spark catalog might be the data is already exist. So in that case, write data format overwrite is already overwrite. So now we have an issue. Sample data print. So write delta lakes. Error is calling show string format target ID. So on. And here of course the table will be not exist, right, because it's not created. So I will fix this one. Let's walk through this one. So okay, let's walk through this one. Temp is there? Okay, let me create one more folder. Will it work? Maybe previously I created already. No. Okay, let me see why this error. So basically what it's saying, I'm using the, okay, let's walk through this one, right? So basically sorting creates, and this is sorting will help you to partition. And now the data is splitting when the memory runs out, right? When the partition doesn't fit in memory, Spark spill disks so slow Spark. So you can also use this one. By default it will go to so default 200, too high for a small workload, and we can set the partition to run thumbs aim is 120 200 per partition. Data skipping and pruning. Data skipping and pruning is very important, right? The data student, data scan, daily routine, join database, and subject is English, and scan. So I think what we do, pruning means select only we need. Pruning is whatever column you need, not give the all star, right? Predict push down will filter at the source, not predict push down. Partition pruning means filter partition column. So right here, if you see here, we filter ID. So here, caching is very important. Spark often offer caching, but Databricks Delta Cache is better than SSD based. And Delta merge, try to use the merge because do the incremental loads. So I don't need to explain what is incremental load. I think you guys very experts, but try to use faster. Partition pruning is merge additional, keep file faster, enable for suffering. Cluster level optimization also we can do. So if you know the cluster Databricks is driver memory and worker memory, so we need to fix if we increase and decrease in auto, right? So job cluster is instead always pull the all purpose cluster, enable auto scaling but not for streaming. Photon engine for Delta, I think Photon is these days, I feel it's very heavy. Pick up the instance family based on workload. Memory optimize ML, always enable auto termination for idle cluster, and then also use house vacuum cleaner, old files, slow query cleanup, then version vacuums, right? So what we learn, optimize Spark load, quick summary, Delta Lake is your default format, avoid tiny files, control suppling with broadcast variable, detect the fixed skew, tune the shuffle partition, pruning and skipping, merge efficiently with low shuffle merge, configure cluster smartly, auto scaling, photons and job cluster. And this is my collabs. So collabs guys, I need to see like what is the error. Spark cannot find plugin catalog delta logs, so accept what it will do. I need to see, they said they fix. Okay, let's run this one again guys for you. So this is very important guys, you can use my notebook, copy and run again. Why it was running before, it's not running now. I think there was some issue. Let's see, they fix for me. Okay, so now they fix this GPT. Now Spark configure very well, and then we will use create table. But what it will say, there is no table, such table, right? Create table we cannot find, because this one we run later. Okay, so diff delta error find catalog plugin class Spark catalog Apache Spark delta log indicate that the delta log is not correctly configured, and although you have installed Delta Spark, PySpark session need to initiate with the appropriate configuration delta. Fix this, generate the new cell. Okay, so this is generated new cells but still not working, right? Let me see. So what is happened, Spark session we already generated, and then we are going to use Spark session, but still there is an error. So I will fix guys. Catalog Spark session is not, so let's walk through this one by one. Same, let me create one more cell here, right? So before failing one by one steps, what usually I do, let's go one by create sample data. I copy here. Oh, so it's not creating, create data frame is not able to create, so Spark is not creating properly, right? So that means Spark is not working properly. So let's work together. Okay, why it's not working? Now what it's saying might be, let me change the configuration and reinstall, because I was running some of other notebook. Might be, I'm suspecting they install some other software. Okay, not this one. I want to change. Okay, so upgrade, move the next, move, close tabs, all, change the project layout. No, not this one, Collab Pro we are not using. GitHub, no. Okay, I want to change. Okay, so let me check, guys, what is the errors. So let's work with DeepSeek. I'm checking, right? So what is errors? We are going to, hurry, we can check. Collab issue. I just put, and let's see how to debug. So Spark is not initiating. I just installed, and what is the problem here? In this sets we can, okay, but why it's not? Okay, let's talk about here. Here is 3.5, that is fine. So the problem is Spark, at least data frame, data ID. Then what is the problem? Okay, let's see. Import skill. Okay, cool. Restart runtime after installation. Okay, there is some issue, I think, for installing collapse. Delta Spark. Okay, so let's see. First time Delta install. I'm not giving any version. Let's see if this can work. Let's walk through this one. So is it working? It's already latest, but there is some library might be having issue. So we are installing latest, and let's see. Okay, so it is also have same issue even though we installed. Okay, so pip install data is it? Let me see. Did we install? Yes, we installed. Okay, so I think we need to kill the first install. Yes, we run. Solution is kill, complete collapse. So kill, I think we need to do kill. So might be it's using alt, because I run some other things. Let's see. Spark run satisfies. Try Spark session config successfully. It doesn't see. Spark session try test it work. Okay, see. No. Still have errors. Then why it didn't reach here? Get Spark. Okay, let me see. Spark range. No, it's not reaching. Why? Kill get. Okay, restarting. It's restarting also. You see it's restarting. It's okay. Spark not defined. Oh, Spark is defined. Okay, let me change here. Okay, let me do here only this part. Okay, pip 5 Spark we install, and then I will do one more things. I'm running here Spark, but it says Spark session is not built. Okay, that's cool. We can import Spark, right? It's work. Let's see, now it's working. Sample data frame is print here. So there was a version problem, guys. So what we did, we kill and rerun. Now there might be some, data. Okay, so at least it come here, and Spark session format, save path, Spark session HTML project, while calling save. There might be some file there. Error while 47, Spark not found exception, Spark class not found exception, delta please check. So delta file didn't found, so I think we haven't imported, so we need to import. Let me see. Print version is work delta. Okay. Okay, so delta, let's import and see. Last time I haven't imported, so I'm going to import here and see. Should work. Okay, so now what it's saying. Okay, so delta we haven't installed also. Delta we installed data Spark. Might be this is the things we need to do. So they already there. Spark session already there. Okay. Spark is not there. Why? Okay, I haven't run this one. Hopefully it will work. So what we are doing, just creating a Spark session. Creating data frame is fine. Sample data frame is come here. Now it come to here. So data. Now fail to source. Please check the package. Let's see the package. Oops, but it's not trying to work. Just so might be they got changed. So I will update this code, and you can watch later.